What's up guys, it's Andrew at Motorcycles Off-Road, and in this video I want to show you guys the new to me XT250. Now in other videos you heard me talk about the best dual sport you can buy for $3,000, and this is always on my list. I think this motorcycle is great for the price. I think it's great used, new, whatever you can get it, and it's also very easy for a beginner to get out and start dual sporting on this motorcycle. As you've seen in the previous video with the DR650 first ride and the XT250 first ride that my daughter's on, you can see that it's entry level for anybody to get on this motorcycle. Great overall, I can't recommend it enough. Now if you like that kind of content, just keep in mind I have a KDX 200, a 300L Rally, a DR650, and an XT250, all that I'm going to be riding and bringing dual sport content to the channel. So please like and subscribe if you like any of that stuff. Now let's take a closer look at this bike, and if you stay to the end, I will talk about the mods that I've already got and what we're going to put on to fix some of the problems with this motorcycle and also just make it better overall. As well as let me know if you stay to the end so I can give you a heart in the comments below. So let's just get right into the video, guys. What's up guys? Right now you're looking at the new to me XT250, and if you've been following the channel, you know that one of my goals of selling the Tenere 700 was to get a DR650 and an XT250 to ride with my daughter. This is that bike. I just picked it up, and I want to show you guys first walk around. There's a lot of things, weird stuff with this motorcycle that we can talk about. I got it from a guy named Adam. He's about an hour away in Pennsylvania, and a really nice guy. I negotiated before I got there for a price of $3,000, and honestly, it was anyone else, totally would have tried to get it lower, but I saw the guy just moved into a house, he's working on it, yada yada. You get what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is I didn't want to lowball the guy on the price, but you will see there is some things with this motorcycle. By the way, this is the place where I kind of looked over the 300L Rally when I first got it. It's a little lay down area of an old construction site, and this road over here, that's how I came in, and that was higher than my foot pegs. Like, I got my pants wet driving in on that. Should have worn my moto boots. But anyway, let's take a look at the bike. Alright, so this is a 2017 Yamaha XT250, as some people know it as the Sorrow in some areas. This motorcycle has over 9,000 miles, so it's a lot of miles for, you know, the year that it is. You usually don't find them with that many miles. It's okay, not too bad. I can assure you that this motorcycle will last a very long time. It's not without its blemishes. It's been dropped, as you can see there, over here. Now let's get into some of the weird stuff about this motorcycle. So firstly, Adam had an invoice of him taking this to I don't know if it was a dealer or a shop that recently did some work. What they did was they put in new blinkers, LED blinkers. Along with the new blinkers, they put on new tires. Now they charged a very astronomical amount of money for this service, I believe. It makes me think I need to get into working on motorcycles for people. So to check the rotor, the customer brought a rotor, so he had a rotor, it was the wrong size. To mount and balance the two tires, and to put on these blinkers, they charged them over $700. Now, of course, they bought the tires, but that was at a markup as well, which I think is kind of crazy what dealerships can get away with. And it's funny because when I went there, the first thing I told him was like, yeah, I got to take these tires off. Which is interesting because the rear has a rim lock, so I might actually keep that rear. But the front has to go. My daughter was riding it earlier, and this is what she said. How's the bike so far?
Wishy-washy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those trail wing tires are something. They call them the death wing for a reason. Now you take it to a dealer, you spend $700, over $700. One thing they did wrong is your valve stems. So down here on the valve stems, I don't know what practice it is, but when you mount these tires, that nut is not supposed to be against the rim. But of course, I've seen it done multiple times from dealers. You're supposed to back it out and attach it to the valve cap, just like it is now, as you can see. When you put it against the rim on a dual sport motorcycle, if that tire just moves a little bit, you rip your valve stem and leave you out in the woods with a torn tube. So you do not want that. So dealerships should not be doing that. I don't know why that happened. So the next thing the dealer did, which I think was wrong, is they put the indicators on, but didn't put any resistor in line. So now it has no resistance at all, and they just half blink. because the motorcycle thinks at this point that it's missing a bulb. That's like a $10 part on Amazon. It should have been put in and inline installed, but it's not. Adam also removed the plug out of the exhaust, which means that this motorcycle is probably running really lean. I did already order an EJK and a new exhaust, so we can get rid of that issue. We're missing a bracket here, so we have a hose clamp. Hold that on. He said he recently dropped it and broke this light and this bracket. It's all bent up. The dealer was gonna, I don't know what he said, $40. He gave me a helmet to come with it, and it's a men's small, and it fit my daughter, so that's great. So we're going to clean that up. She's going to use that. We got these, what I think are Amazon handguards on it, which is fine. I'll use them on the next set of handlebars. Oh, one other thing I noticed my first ride, I don't know if you can see it, but the bars have a little bend in them. The right side's pushed down just a little bit, I think. I wasn't worried about it because there's a 0% chance that I'm going to keep those bars on it. For me, this bike is a lender bike for friends and for my daughter to use. So what's going to end up happening is, for most people to have a good standing position, you're going to want a higher bar. So in any case, I'm replacing them anyway with the grips. So not a big deal. $66. I'll get some CR highs from Pro Taper, and then we're done with it. All right, next it did come with a skid plate, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's one of the cheapo ones, but something's better than nothing. And also, I don't know how I feel about the dark blue. I don't know what kind of graphics kit would go good with it to really spruce it up. But we shall see. Maybe I can find something there. Maybe I'll just replace the front and rear fender. Because the rear fender, because of this not having the plug, is kind of melted out pretty good. I could replace them with the tail tidy kit. Then I could wrap the side fairings, and we could have a whole new looking bike here. So overall, these motorcycles are really reliable. It's going to last for a very long time. I wasn't really worried about the miles, and I wasn't really worried about the small little things that are wrong with it. So now I'm in the XT250 club. We got 4 bikes that are plated and ready to ride. XT250, the DR650, and the 300L Rally. And for tight trails, we have the KDX 200 two-stroke. So I'm happy where our stable's at for now. I have work to do on all of the motorcycles, and it's just going to keep me busy. So that's something I'm happy about and I'm looking forward to. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the little walk around. Now I wanted to show you guys some of the mods that I've already purchased for this motorcycle. Particularly, I wanted to show you the exhaust. I've never used this company before. It is Delcovic. It is a stainless steel 14-inch exhaust, and it looks like this. I think it looks pretty cool. It'll definitely be better than stock, and it should definitely sound a lot better. Also, to pair with that, of course, I need an ECU, or EJK actually, which will enrich in fuel to meet the standard of the airflow that's going through the bike itself. So that was a necessity regardless, since I didn't have the original exhaust, like the plug that goes into it. There was no way to fix this without something that's going to regulate the fuel better. Plus, we're going to get more performance out of it, which is also a huge plus. Then also bars. Of course, I said there was a little bend. So I got some CR highs in jet black. I think they look really cool with some pillow top grips. The grips aren't too bad, but you know, why not? Put some nice grips on there since we're taking it all apart anyway. The levers, they were a little sharp on the edges. They look like at some point maybe they were dropped or maybe broke off the balls on purpose to fit inside those little handguards, which is fine. I wanted to get new ones. If we need, we can keep those as spares, throw them in the kit, the backup kit, in case we do break them on the trail, but I think it'll be fine. And if we have to, we can cut the balls off the new ones and, you know, sand them down so they're nice and smooth so they don't cut your hands. These were at like a weird angle. They felt like they definitely weren't intentionally like that. And then lastly, also tail tidy kit. I'm going to try experiment with a couple different lights to see what's best. I don't really want to spend the $70 that these kits cost, so I'm trying a couple Amazon kits for 20 bucks. Whatever one I don't use, I'll send back, but we'll figure out what's the best one for the XT250 without making too much modification. And then now, lastly, is the foot pegs. Foot pegs on these bikes are tiny, so I ordered a bigger foot peg. We'll put them on as well. And I think overall, with all these upgrades, it'll make the comfort of the machine so much better and the performance of the machine better as well. So, that's all the upgrades. We're going to be working on them. In fact, I'll have my daughter doing them mostly herself as I'm working on one of my bikes. And this way she can get a feel and get to love her own motorcycle. Well guys, thanks for watching this long, and if you did, let me know in the comments below so I can give you one of those hearts. And make sure that you stay safe, guys. Get out there, ride, clear your mind, feel good about it. It's an amazing hobby. I'll see you guys on the next one. My name is Andrew, and this is Motorcycles Off-Road. Thanks for watching, guys.